And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the semi-finals, or semi-finales here of the WardiTV Monday number 47. We are here, we are back. We have our top 4 players, at least 2 of them, and we're here to determine who will make it to the finals. Who will be the first player to the grand finals? The grand finals will be a Protoss or a Terran. We're here to find out. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of... I haven't even... What have I been doing? God damn it. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of... Torches, we have our South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left, sorry, top right hand corner, we have the South Korean Protoss player. It is a herO. For Twisted Minds. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim this series. Best of luck in the chat as we set up for the semis. Let's go. So far, double gas opener. herO does poke in, just being as annoying as possible. So he does pull away. And welcome to Torches. Torches is one of the most aggressive maps on the map where you can be hyper aggressive, you can be very much so in the face of your opponent as well. You can mine through these patches, gain access to the center, and commit to all-ins. Oh boy. Aye. Can't commit. And we'll see which of our 2 players is going to be aggressive and how aggressive we plan on being. Again, I appreciate that we're on Torches. Torches is a rare site. We often do see it vetoed, we often see it skipped. It's very rare. Now, when it comes to the map itself, when it comes to the short rush distance, it isn't just about the middle patches, it's short rush distance by air. We have gold bases in the center, we have more gold bases on the left hand side, we have the healing pad as well. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Aye. Crazy. And speaking of short rushes by air, I mean, hey, we have a tech of choice. Not as Twilight Council, Stargate. So Stargate opener out of herO. Already making use of the map itself. Stargate openers are rare. They are rare sites, but hey, on Torches, you can go for them. They're a little more viable, a little more impactful. We'll be opening up the Stargates. Meanwhile, we have our 1-1-1 setup here out of ByuN. Remember, ByuN, he went for a delayed CC. He went for the faster factory instead. He's got his Reaper Hellion. He's going to be pushing up the ramp, and we'll see what he can get done here at the natural. As herO, he doesn't have much. He has the Adepts. We'll see if he can keep up. See if he can keep up. So far, zoning away. Does zone. Is keeping up. I don't think ByuN is actually gone into, he hasn't gone into the main base. He doesn't know what's going on. He hasn't seen the tech of choice until just now. Whew. Now he's aware. Here hunts down the Reapers, hunts down the Hellion. At the same time, here comes the drop across the map. Now, this is the biggest downside of opening up Stargate, is that your units are quite limited. They're all energy-based units to be able to defend. And ByuN, he might find some damage going into the main. We'll see. Again, there's only 2 Adepts on the ground. Sorry, 3 Adepts. 3 Adepts in that Phoenix. Oracle does hit the mineral line. SCV is going to be going down. At the same time, ByuN does drop in. Drops into the main base. Sends away the Phoenix. Gets across, picks up a couple of SCVs. So we got 2 SCVs going down, a couple of Marines as well. I mean, The Oracle has done a lot of damage, and the drop didn't really get much done. I was hoping that maybe we'd be able to get into the mineral line, but there was a shield battery. For the most part, herO, he was able to keep up. The drop does nothing, and ByuN, he's in a rough position here. He is in a rough position. Behind this is going into Cloak Banshees. Now, we already have a Robo. We already have a Robo. We already have the Oracle for Revelation. Adepts are shading across the map. ByuN is moving in. hero's ready. Oof. More than, oh god, more than ready. Takes down the drop, takes down the Marine. Shades into the mineral line. Does move in, takes down more SCVs, likewise shading into the main base, and ByuN, he has no economy. Like there's just nothing going on here. Oh god. And I mean, you saw how comfortable ByuN was against Showtime, but here hero's just been a lot more chaotic. He's been a lot more chaotic, a lot more intense. Banshees, they do hit the main though. Okay. Hit the main base. Where's that Revelation? Yeah, without it, probes are going down left and right. Oracle's racing back home. Revelation now coming in, but 16 probes, solid damage. ByuN is back in this. Never mind. I was like, we can keep going. Nah, apparently not. Despite that, GG, well played. I mean, that is all that ByuN had left. I was hoping that maybe he could recover economically, but that is not the case. That is not the case. GG, well played. herO takes game number 1. GG. GG. And again, herO, he was able to just gain momentum early on. Remember, he went for the initial Stargate. It went unscouted. ByuN, he had nothing, or he had no vision. He had no idea what was going on. He tried to respond with his own drop, which I believe had potential, but as we saw, didn't do any damage. Didn't do any damage. He was just torn apart by the aggression of herO. GG, we're now getting into game number 2. An impressive play. Impressive play there by herO. Again, ByuN just had a really hard time getting a read on what herO was up to, keeping up, and we'll see how that changes coming into Persephone. Now, after game 1, we can't really read too much into it. A lot of what happened in game 1 is because of the map itself. It isn't just the short rush distance by air, which allows for Stargate openers to be a little bit more impactful, but on top of that, you can't scout. There's no Reaper Cliff to get into the main base. We didn't really get to talk about that, but there's no Reaper Cliff to get in, so scouting with your initial Reaper Hellion is very difficult on torches, which is also why, I mean, ByuN got caught with this pants down as well. It is harder to scout specifically on that map. Here, coming into Persephone, it is easier to scout, and it's a bit of a more standard map. It still has its own quirks. We'll get into it. As spawning in the bottom hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the blue Terran representing Shopify. It is ByuN. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player. We have the red Protoss himself. It is herO. Let's go. Hello, ByuN. As ByuN moves out with the SCV, and this should be for an eBay block, I would imagine. We'll see if he sticks around here for a proxy instead. Oh, never mind. Okay, going for the proxy. Going for the proxy, not going for the block. We'll commit just outside of the base. He's like, finally a map where I can go into the main. True. Not wrong. Setting up. Oh, as herO just try to focus on that SCV, doesn't quite get it. Oh, Jesus, that's ByuN. He really wants that probe. And the probe will barely get away on 1 HP. The 1 HP probe, I mean, I say barely get away. The Reapers, oh, I was going to say the Reaper should be able to hunt it down, but the Reaper's across the map. Of course, herO does scout. herO does confirm. I should have emphasized that. It does confirm that the Rax is missing. The Rax is nowhere to be found. Reaper does hit the main. Gets a probe. It's 1 probe. We have more Reapers in production. Stalker's being chronoed as we speak. So far, 1 probe is nice, but he needs more. There we go. 2nd probe does fall. gets a second worker. Thankfully, healing pad does not heal the DPS of Reapers as he hunts down the bird. Behind this, getting into a zone 2-1-1, sorry, zone 1-1-1 setup. CC on the high ground. Again, it's a delayed CC, a delayed economy here for ByuN. That's why these Reapers, they have to get more damage done. Does threaten to die, but doesn't get too much here. Perks in, perks out. Away. ByuN pulls away once again. Stargate. Okay, I wasn't really expecting that here. I mean, Persephone, similar to Torches, also has a short rush distance by air. But okay, once again going Stargate, and once again we are denying vision. ByuN, he's not gotten in. So cheeky play here by herO. ByuN getting into a zone 3-1-1 setup. ByuN does move in. ByuN once again heading into the main. Does get behind the mineral line. Does get a full scout, does confirm the Stargate, and you can see the drop race back home. If ByuN was in the middle of that drop, he would have lost everything, by the way. Would have lost the Cyclones, would have lost the medevac. So thankfully, ByuN, he turns back around, otherwise he would have been punished. And now he's set up to defend. Yeah, very nice setup here. Double lock-on, lock-ons are broken. But ByuN doesn't lose anything. Okay, we have a back and forth. We have a back and forth here. ByuN, he's building up on 2 bases. herO still has a greater economy, now working towards a 3rd. And we'll see what herO can achieve with these Phoenixes. Again, ideally he wants to catch that drop, but now that he got scouted, he failed to deny the scouts. Now ByuN is chilling back at home. He's contained. He's contained on 2 bases. And herO, he's going for the classic Phoenix Colossus. Okay, it's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen this kind of style at this level of play, so a crazy throwback here. Again, Phoenix Colossus is a style that was very meta back in 2022, 2023-ish era of StarCraft. It's very prevalent for a number of years, actually, I fell by the wayside just because all-ins and more aggressive bio pushes would just shut it down. Of course, we had the response of Ravens and anti-armor, sorry, not anti-armor, and Interference Matrix. That was before you needed the upgrade. There you go. ByuN is pushing. herO, he has no vision. Uh-oh. He doesn't see the main army. But ByuN, he doesn't commit. ByuN, he pulls back, he expands. Will be claiming his 3rd. Players are building up. I was a little bit concerned about herO missing a move out, but ByuN, he stays back at home. He stays back at home, building up his upgrades, taking up as well, getting up to a 3-base economy. Likewise, so is herO, so we're just slowing the game down. I do actually prefer herO in this kind of game state. He did have the faster saturation on the natural, and now getting a little bit faster at the third. Never mind, as he is not warping in, he's not actually making any more probes, he's pushing. He's moving out through the center, making another Colossus, getting extra gateways. He has no Warp Prism, so he cannot reinforce his main army. But this is quite dedicated, because again, herO, he hasn't made an extra probe in quite some time. And he has the proxy gateway. So here he commits. Takes one mine shots to the face. Phoenix as they catch the tank. Very nice positioning. Yeah, the tank will go down. Lifting up the Marauders. hero's trying to force his way through. Still a bit of an awkward angle of attack, but there are no more tanks. Yeah, there's no tanks, there's no Widow Mines. No defensive setup. SimCity is nice with the Colossus. They just have their way with this army. Oh my god. Yeah, here he breaks through. He breaks through the Colossus. They kite back well. Phoenix as they dominate the skies. Nice EMP, but there's nothing left. There's nothing here. There's one ghost. There's like two Marines. GG gets called, and herO with a very strong push. Again, he cut workers on 2.5 bases. He stayed on 8 workers here at his third. GG, well played. Whew. herO claims the series. GG, well played. A very chaotic series as well. Again, herO, he got up to 2-base saturation, made a couple of workers, but he cut workers. He went for a 2-base all-in essentially with mass Colossus, with his mass Phoenix. Again, it was a Phoenix Colossus build, but a much more aggressive variation. Didn't even get a Warp Prism. No Warp Prism whatsoever. He just committed instead. Oh. Did commit, did move out. GG. GG, well played. Making use of that proxy instead to warp in to reinforce, and then he was able to catch ByuN off guard. GG. GG, well played. Very impressive performance there by herO. Very aggressive, very flashy as well, as is the case typically with herO. And herO, he's our first finalist. He's our first finalist of the broadcast. Oh.